Now that your funeral statement has been signed by the family, it's time to collect payment. There are a handful of places you can use to navigate to your payments page in Gather. From the dashboard, clicking on the percentage collected section on the case card will take you straight to the payments page. From the Organize page, clicking on the $ icon in the top right-hand corner will give you the options to click into your statement or click on the percentage collected to be taken straight to the payments page. If you're entering the payments page from the statement itself, click on the three-dot menu in the top right-hand corner above the statement and select Enter Payment to get to the payments page. You'll want to begin by selecting the number of payers there will be for this case. You can always add others later. Depending on the number of payers you select, Gather will give you the option to do an even split between all payers or a custom split that will let you manually enter the amount for each payer. Once you've made your selection, Gather will generate your payer cards. Next, determine if your payer is a family member or an insurance payment. The Enter Insurance Policy option will prompt you to enter the company name, policy number, amount plus processing fee if applicable, and an internal memo or note if necessary. Click to record policy. This recorded payment will act against the balance of the statement, but will stay in limbo until your funeral home receives the funds from the insurance company. Once you have the payout in hand, click to record payment on policy. This allows you to record the expected payment from the policy first, and then the actual amount received if this should change. The Click to Select Who Will Pay option will provide you with your list of family helpers to choose from. Select your helper for this payer card or invite a new helper. Depending on whether you choose a custom split, begin by manually entering the amount this payer will be contributing. You can choose whether the purchaser will be paying in person or remotely. Your options for paying in person consist of cash, check, Gather card reader, manual card entry, or other methods. Cash will be a simple entering of the amount of cash received, the payment date, and a memo if necessary. Check entries will be similar to cash, with the addition of the check number. The option to use the Gather card reader will only be enabled if you've received a Gather card reader and completed your payment setup with our team. Please check with your admin if this option should be available to you and your families. You can still take payments through Gather without the Gather card reader through the Enter Card manual option. Again, this option will only be enabled if your payment setup process has been completed with our team. This option will generate the desired payment amount, automatically generate the processing fee for the family, and then the total payment amount. Manually type the customer's card number, expiration date, and CVC code on the back of the card. Include a memo if desired and process the payment. If you do not want to pass the processing fee on to your families, you have the opportunity to zero this out on the amount, and the processing fee will be absorbed by your funeral home. The Other Method option allows for the documentation of payment taken outside of Gather using any other processor. Simply indicate the amount paid that might have been applied from the outside processor and a memo. Best practice for use of the memo section here is to indicate which external processor was used to take this payment. This will merely document payment against the balance on the statement, but will not process any payments through Gather. Two important things to consider. Memos for any type of payment entry will appear on the receipt the customer will receive, so choose your words wisely. You always have the option to toggle on the Don't Send a Receipt option if you don't want to send a receipt to the family. To add a second payment for any payer, simply click on the Add New Payment for Payer on the bottom of the payer card and repeat the process above. Click to add another payer if you need to add a payer card. On the left of the payments page, you'll see the progress of the remaining balance as payments get added or removed, as well as the percentage collected for this case. The Record a Charge button gives you the option to add an item to the statement from the payments page, either to the statement or outside the statement. Recording a charge outside the statement is handy in the event the statement has already been frozen or processed for accounting purposes. You will see these additions reflected in the progress section on the left side of the payments page as well.